Imagine standing alone inside a 140-year-old mansion. The hallway is empty, the house is silent, and at the far end of the room sits a small wooden rocking chair. You look away for just a moment, then look back, and the chair isn't where you left it. Visitors have reported hearing footsteps in empty halls, seeing figures watching from dark windows, and encountering things they can't explain. But here's the question. Is Franklin Castle truly haunted? Or has more than a century of tragedy created one of Ohio's most enduring legends? Tonight, we're opening the file. Welcome back to Folklore Diaries. I'm Becca D, and tonight we're traveling to Cleveland, Ohio, to investigate a place many call the most haunted house in the state. A place surrounded by ghost stories, hidden passages, unexplained encounters, and enough rumors to fill an entire library. But before we get into the legends, we need to start with the history, because the truth behind Franklin Castle may be just as unsettling as the stories themselves. In the late 1800s, a wealthy German immigrant named Hans Tiedemann built what was meant to be a symbol of success. The mansion was unlike anything else in Cleveland. Massive stone walls, towering turrets, intricate woodwork, and enough rooms to make visitors lose their sense of direction. To neighbors, it looked like a castle. To the Tiedemann family, it was supposed to be a home. But almost immediately, tragedy found its way inside. One of Tiedemann's young daughters died, then another. Some versions tell tales of murdered servants, hidden skeletons, and secret executions. But many of those claims have never been supported by evidence. The real history is less sensational and somehow more heartbreaking. The Tiedemann family experienced repeated loss inside a home that was built to celebrate prosperity. And over time, those tragedies became the foundation for something much larger, a legend. After the Tiedemann family, the property passed through multiple owners. As decades passed, stories began spreading. Some claimed there were hidden passages concealed within the walls. Others spoke of secret rooms. Whispers circulated about strange noises after dark. Then came the sightings. Visitors reported seeing shadow figures moving through hallways. Others claimed they heard voices coming from empty rooms. Footsteps echoed throughout the mansion, despite no one being there. Some described seeing a woman dressed in black silently moving through the house before disappearing. Many people believe that figure is Louise Tiedemann, but others aren't convinced. Of all the stories connected to Franklin Castle, one appears again and again: a child's rocking chair. Visitors claim the chair has been seen moving without explanation. Some say they've entered the room to find it facing in a different direction than before, and others report an overwhelming feeling that someone or something is watching them. Could there be a logical explanation? Of course, but the story persists, and that's what makes it so unsettling. Over the years, paranormal investigators have flocked to Franklin Castle. Many report cold spots, disembodied voices, equipment failure, and unexplained sounds captured during investigations. Skeptics argue that old buildings naturally creak and settle. Believers argue that doesn't explain everything. The debate has continued for decades, and neither side seems willing to back down. The most fascinating thing about Franklin Castle isn't whether it's haunted, it's how impossible it has become to separate fact from folklore. The tragedies were real. The deaths were real. The family losses were real. But somewhere along the way, rumors began filling the spaces between documented history. And each generation added another layer, another story, another sighting, another reason to believe or doubt. Maybe that's why Franklin Castle continues to capture people's imagination, because the mystery is still alive. So what do you think? Is Franklin Castle genuinely haunted? Or has more than a century of grief transformed a family tragedy into one of Ohio's greatest ghost stories? Let me know in the comments. And if you have a local legend, haunted location, or a strange story from your hometown, please send it my way. Until next time, lore keepers, stay curious.